It's time for part 2 of our bucket list destinations. These are the next top 10 places that we've visited around the world that we think you should check off your bucket list to see at least once in your lifetime. We're breaking down the most awe-inspiring scenery and amazing experiences that we've had in the past 10 years of travel to help you start planning your life after lockdown. If you're a fan of our channel, make sure to subscribe and click on that bell so that you get notified because we put up new videos each week. And make sure you check out last week's video because it's the first of our series of bucket list destinations to visit, and there are some awesome places on that list too. So let's get started. We love Tanzania. We visited for the first time a decade ago when we cycled through Africa, and we fell in love with the landscape, wildlife, and the people. We've been back again and again, and one of the greatest adventures we ever had on the continent was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro is a very doable adventure on your bucket list. It's the highest mountain in Africa, and it's one of the 7 summits, but you don't need any experience.
Making our way up. We've been going for about half an hour now. Poles are really helping. It's pretty humid here in the rainforest. But beautiful scenery, nice and green.
It starts in the jungle in hot and humid weather, and then as you make your way up to the summit at 5,895 meters, the terrain changes before your eyes. It is definitely one for the bucket list. The trek changes to what feels like a walk in the park to a proper expedition as you gain altitude. The jungle and plant life disappear and makes room for rocks and moorlands. There is an incredibly beautiful cactus forest that is out of this world. It was totally unexpected. And the weather turns to much colder as you approach the glacier summit. It's hard to believe you're in Africa.
Tomorrow we hike for 7 hours, up across the western breach, and then we camp up there, and then so pretty excited about it, but again a little scared. It's challenging and pretty physical. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. We made it. 5,850 meters, the top of Africa, highest point on the continent. Awesome job! Woohoo!
Welcome to Manitoba, everybody.
Our next adventure takes us from the safari capital of the world in Africa to the polar bear capital of the world in Churchill, Manitoba. Ask us what the most memorable experience of our lives are, and seeing polar bears in the wild is always at the top of our list. Churchill Wild takes you out on the Arctic tundra to see polar bears migrating through the Polar Bear Highway as they wait for the ice floes of the Hudson Bay to take them out to sea, where they spend the winters hunting for food. So our group has come across a mother and her cub on a sandbar out in the distance. We've walked probably about 300 or 400 meters. We have about 300 or 400 meters to go, and we will be there. But you have to take it really slow and zigzag and make your way very quietly because the mother actually saw us. She took notice. At one point she got up and started running off. You know, she's protecting her cub. But I think if we give her some time and be patient, we will get out there to see them. Well, just when I said I couldn't ask for more, what happens? The mom and the cub, they go hop in the water and they go for a swim. And it was just spectacular to see them in their natural habitat, swimming around in the Hudson Bay. I don't think I can ask for anything more now. I think I'm feeling pretty fulfilled here. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is at the top of everyone's bucket list of places to visit. Located in Queensland, we took a helicopter tour from Port Douglas to an activity platform in the middle of the reef. To see it from above is one of the most beautiful scenes on Earth. It really gives you a sense of just how massive this reef system is.
Great! It's a perfect way to start off your day on the Great Barrier Reef. Flight over. Can't beat the view. We're here!
Even if you're not an avid diver, make sure to get in the water. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and you don't want to regret it. There are many ways to get in the water on the Great Barrier Reef, from diving to snorkeling, and for non-divers, there are even discovery dives. But one of the most unique activities we've ever done was putting on a helmet and doing a helmet dive.
We're doing a helmet dive. I can't wait. Hair stays dry and we still get the best view.
You don't need any previous diving experience to try a helmet dive. The only thing it takes is being able to breathe. We had a blast getting underwater and being able to talk at the same time. Even though nobody could hear us, we liked it. And it's definitely an activity that will make your friends take notice. And there you go. It's yet another thing to check off the travel bucket list. How was that, Dave?
That was the weirdest feeling I've ever had. You feel like something out of the abyss. Wow, that was very cool.
We are in the Masai Mara in Kenya, Africa, and we are about to go on a hot air balloon ride over the Masai Mara. Can you believe it? We've always wanted to do this ever since watching Africa, the Serengeti. What is that? 18 years later, we're finally flying a hot air balloon over the plains of Africa to watch the wildlife.
We're laying down sideways, waiting for them to actually hit the gas. I'm freaking out! This is awesome. Here we go, going upgrade. Woohoo!
There's our Captain Kim. Hey. They worked very hard to get us up in time for sunrise, and look at this. They did it. We are flying over the Masai Mara with Balloon Adventure Kenya on a beautiful sunny morning. Now let's go see if we can check out any wildlife. Maybe we'll spot a giraffe or an elephant or the elusive male lion. We're starting to see some wildlife as we float over the Masai Mara. A hot air balloon ride is a bucket list item unto itself, but to do it over the Masai Mara in Kenya, well, that takes it to a whole new level. Getting above the plains of Africa in a balloon is a special experience. From above, you get to see just how vast and expansive the African savanna is. The skies are filled with balloons during the wildebeest migration, but we loved seeing the wildlife from above on our own without another balloon in the sky during the off-season.
I highly recommend a hot air balloon when you're in the Masai Mara. Perfect way to see everything. Wonder how the landing is going to be. Ready for landing.
Hit the ground. Woo! That's it.
That was so smooth!
Well, first of all, I want to thank Captain Kim here for a very safe ride. And how many kilometers did we fly today?
Exactly 1 hour and then 18.2 kilometers, more than 10 miles.
Oh, wow, that's perfect. It's a great way to start the morning. And an excellent pilot here. And now we got some champagne waiting for us, so let's head over there.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Good catch!
Good catch.
Bon appetit, everyone! I'm sitting in the middle of the Masai Mara having breakfast. Is that the coolest thing or what?
Thank you very much, Captain Kim.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic ride.
We're in San Cristobal, the Galapagos Islands here in Ecuador. This is the jumping off point for the whole national park. The Galapagos are a group of protected islands off the coast of Ecuador that you can explore by staying on a boat or by going island hopping.
Check out the Galapagos iguana.
For some of the best wildlife experiences on the planet, the Galapagos Islands are an incredible destination to add to your bucket list. The wildlife here is endemic to the Galapagos, and a lot of it will only be seen here and nowhere else on Earth. The star attraction of the Galapagos is definitely the Galapagos tortoise. These once nearly extinct creatures live more than 100 years and they grow to a weight of more than 500 pounds. Here you'll have a chance to see plenty of them. But they aren't the only amazing animals on the islands. The wildlife here does not know to fear humans, so they are curious creatures when you stop by for a visit. Get in the water and play with sea lions, watch the unique marine iguana feed underwater, and don't be afraid of the Galapagos shark.
We're here at Sleeping Lion Rock, and you know what? There's sharks right below me. Check it out.
Getting in the water is half the fun in the Galapagos. There's a lot of birds and wildlife on land, but there's even more underwater. This is a once-in-a-lifetime wildlife experience to add to every traveler's bucket list.
Start getting to the Galapagos. Awesome. Sea turtles, iguanas, parrotfish. Can't beat it. We're on Sea Lion Beach here. Behind me, as you can see, there's sea lions all over the place here. Babies, some that are only 2 or 3 months old. So it really is a perfect end in the Galapagos Islands.
Okay, it's time. I'm getting into my Ferrari here at Duomo di Modena. I'm about to do 2 laps on a racetrack. Let's hope I win. Is it a race? I don't know. I'm already failing. Okay, I'm ready to go. Woo! Modena, Italy is the birthplace of Ferrari, and if there is one place on earth to drive on a racetrack in a high-performance car, this is the spot.
Driving a Ferrari in Modena. Yes!
Autodromo di Modena lets race car lovers live out their fantasy of being race car drivers as you take a few laps around the track. Don't worry, a professional driver is there to give you tips and keep you safe. Okay, if I ever become a millionaire, I'm going to do race car driving. Now I know why the stars do it. That is so much fun. Modena is home to the Ferrari Museum as well, so make it a full adventure on and off the track as you explore the culture of luxury fast cars in Italy.
How was that?
That's a blast. I could be a race car driver. I love it.
Now that's how you drive a Ferrari. Awesome!
Once you've mastered your skills on the track, head south to Italy's famous Amalfi Coast to drive along the most beautiful coastline in the world. Well, welcome to the Amalfi Coast, everybody. This is stunning. Now, I had heard it was beautiful, but I didn't expect it to be quite this gorgeous. Located on the Mediterranean, the Amalfi Coast is a trip that dreams are made of. 13 picturesque coastal towns line the incredible Italian Riviera, where you should make a base in Positano to explore some of Italy's most enchanting scenery and villages. This is the playground of the rich and famous, And if there's one bucket list destination in Italy, this is it. Movie stars and millionaires have raced along this coast to explore the most beautiful coastal villages of Positano, Sorrento, Ravello, and Amalfi Town. You'll never forget gazing over the Mediterranean Sea, staring at the island of Capri.
Welcome to the Maldives!
The Maldives is one of those dream destinations, and let me tell you, when you get there, it doesn't disappoint.
No, it's everything you imagined. It has those over-the-water bungalows on those beautiful blue-green seas. It has those islands all unto yourself, and a lot of things you can do while you're there.
The Maldives is known for its over-the-water bungalows, and when you go, you have to stay in one. So you can go snorkeling right off your dock, you can go swimming in the crystal clear waters, and you can sit and relax on your own private deck.
This is paradise.
That was so fantastic. When you come to the Maldives, make sure you do some diving. You gotta dive here, right? The Maldives is one of the best destinations on earth to go scuba diving. The water is crystal clear and the visibility is second to none.
And if you don't have your scuba diving license, you can see just as much above the water when you're doing some snorkeling. We got to snorkel with some sea turtles, and let me tell you, that was the highlight for me here in the Maldives. And no trip to the Maldives will be complete without actually seeing it from above. It's where you get this true appreciation of all these islands that extend out all around you. So taking a seaplane and taking that in really is an amazing thing to do here.
When you go, make sure you try some dolphin watching. I have never seen such playful dolphins in all my time. They were leaping out of the water, there were pods of them everywhere. It was a lot of fun.
Wow, that was incredible. The dolphins were jumping right in front of us. They put on quite a show. Absolutely amazing.
And when you come to the Maldives, you definitely feel like you're in your own TV commercial. Those beautiful crystal clear waters and basically feeling like you have the world all to yourself, and that all comes true when you visit the Maldives. Welcome to Alaska!
Wow, that was pretty amazing. We're now riding the waves of a calving glacier. Wow.
We're just gonna coast right up and over with them.
Wow.
Alaska is the final frontier of adventure travel in the United States. Taking a small ship expedition through Glacier Bay National Park is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that needs to be added to any serious adventure traveler's bucket list.
We're coming up to the Johns Hopkins Glacier, and this is very rare because a lot of the larger ships can't come up here. And it actually just opened up in July, on July 1st. And it's rare to come on up here because the harbor seals have their puppies. We're very lucky to be up here witnessing this glacier.
And fluke.
Well, when there's a good fluke, the whole crowd is excited, and that was a good fluke, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we are having an amazing day just booting around Dawes Glacier here with amazing deep blue icebergs and great people on the skip with us, and we're just having a blast. What do you think, Dave?
Wish you were here. At least I bet you do.
Alaska is known for its untamed wilderness, awesome wildlife, and incredible glaciers.
We're all suited up and ready to go kayaking here on George Island in Alaska. Let's go.
It's the ultimate bucket list destination in America.
As many of you probably already know, Dave and I just love kayaking to explore the wilderness when we're traveling. Really, there's nothing else like it, and I think that the polar regions in Alaska, it's the place to do it because it's just filled with wildlife.
we saved the best for last. I never thought I'd see Mount Everest in my lifetime, let alone trek to Everest Base Camp.
The Khumbu region here in Nepal, most beautiful place to trek in the world.
Our trek started in Lukla after a hair-raising flight from Kathmandu, where we started our trek through the most beautiful scenery on Earth.
So we've landed at Tenzing Hillary Airport here, a little over 2,000 meters. It's a bit chilly. It was a roller coaster ride, but we made it. Awesome flight, great start to the Everest Base Camp trek. Woo!
This is the mother of all treks around the world that takes you to the Khumbu Icefall and the base camp for treks to the world's highest peak.
Behind me is the Khumbu Icefall. Almost there, you can almost get out there and touch it. And just above that is the South Col, which is the route that Everest expeditions take on their way up to the next camp and to summit Mount Everest. You really, when you look around here, feel like you've touched a little bit of heaven.
Whoever thought that I would be here in the Himalaya watching yaks take supplies up to Mount Everest expeditions? It's just surreal, amazing, and magnificent.
A word of advice, always stand on the mountainside of the yak train or you risk getting knocked over into the valley below. But keep your head up as you watch your step because it's truly one inspiring view after another with each and every turn you take. No experience is necessary to climb to Everest Base Camp, but it does take stamina to spend an extended period of time above 4,500 meters.
We're over 5,000 meters today and we've just been walking and walking.
It's all good.
I was all stuffed up. I think the yak dung did me in. They do yak dung fires.
Everest Base Camp is a very unique trek as it's a tea house trek. And you get to spend time in tea houses instead of tents as you trek up over 5,000 meters.
We made it to Everest Base Camp. Dave and Deb, that's us.
Woohoo! And these are the top bucket list destinations to visit before you die. Be sure to check out part 1 because we have other amazing places in the world. And make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell for notifications. We put out new travel videos each week and we don't want you to miss a thing.